Breaking news, breaking news. Hello everybody, my name is Eric Bradley, aka The Fight Doctor. And today we're going to get into some breaking news. And the breaking news has a lot to do with the fight of the century, which is Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather Jr. The news has come out this morning. Sky Sports and Fox News, many other media sources are coming out today and disclosing the fact that Manny Pacquiao is having shoulder surgery. Now, the fact that he was in a fight that he missed over 400 punches may have something to do with having to have shoulder surgery. It's a rotator cuff. And people, I want to break it down. I'm from the medical field, so let me disclose to you what a rotator cuff is. A rotator cuff is inside of the socket of the shoulder, and it's what holds the shoulder together with the arm. And the ligaments that hold it, sometimes when moved in the wrong direction, once it tears, it's excessively painful. And not only that, the inflammation limits you in what you're able to do. And if it gets to a point where it's bad enough, it can actually freeze, the shoulder can freeze, and that's called frozen shoulder. So the fact of the matter is, Manny Pacquiao has injured his rotator cuff during training camp. So 2.5 weeks ago, prior to the fight, when Manny Pacquiao was in camp, he injured it and even slowed down sparring. Now, these things could totally affect you mentally inside of the fight. But the fact of the matter is, when Manny Pacquiao and Freddie Roach continued to come out, and when they came out to the walk-in, they were taking selfies and those things, which was a level of bravado, saying no matter what, we're going to beat this guy. So my estimation from the medical side of things, my hypothesis is this: Manny Pacquiao wasn't as affected, and he slowed his training down so he wouldn't aggravate it even more, because he knew he was still able to do what was necessary for him to do. That's my hypothesis. It's just my opinion, but in sports science, knowing the sports science, these things happen all the time. Now, if this was a pulled hamstring, that's one thing. You can't move. You won't be mobile. The fact that it's a shoulder, but Bernard Hopkins won his, I think it was against Antoine Eccles, with a torn rotator cuff. He used one hand and beat him up all night. These things in the sport of boxing are common. Jeff Lacey, Roy Jones, a lot of guys who've been in the sport have fought with one arm and have overcome this situation. Well, on ESPN, this was disclosed this morning that the fight was affected by that, and that was on the side of Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless. But we know in the world of sports, we play with injuries all the time. The fact of the matter is, whenever he came out and he was throwing all those haymakers, that will affect you, and that can be the reason why the rotator cuff became worse during the fight, because he missed fights. When I saw him throw that combination in the 4th round, which was a barrage of power shots, and he backed off, that was my indication then that Manny Pacquiao had injured himself or exhausted himself out. Now, you can draw your own conclusion, which you have all the right to do. But in my estimation, with a lot of experience, that's what I saw the moment I saw it. So let's say that and pray that this guy fully recovers. Now, not only am I giving you that breaking news, because he's having the surgery this morning, it should be done by now. It doesn't take but so long to do a rotator cuff surgery. The recovery time needs to be within a year, because you got to go through the full rehab of that shoulder once it heals. And you want it stronger, you want it faster, you want it better. And it does work that way. Andre Ward had the shoulder surgery as well. Once you get it back to the action and the activity, the repetitions, and in boxing you get so much in the recovery process. When you hit bags and mitts and stuff, it really stimulates it, creates that feeling of inertia, and it will heal fast. Trust me. So he just wants to get the reflexes back in it, feel the confidence again. Now, I'm going to end that part of the segment, but now this is where the real breaking news comes in. And once again, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Eric Bradley, and you can check YouTube for me. But one thing you're going to know, I always break the fight world down round by round, and that's why they call me the Fight Doctor. And I want you guys to pay close attention that during the telecast of ESPN First Take, Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless, as usual, are going toe-to-toe about this simple thing. And Floyd Mayweather on Sunday talked to Stephen A. Smith and told him verbatim that he would gladly fight Manny Pacquiao if they put up the money this time for the promotion. These things all start to align themselves. People were ranting and raving about they hated the fight. Now I just see it cause so much controversy that the fight now has a luster again. Because what people didn't understand during that fight is that was pugilism at its finest. And you may not understand what it is when you see it, but it's skills. It's not running. It takes a lot of skill to do those things that he was doing in that ring. Footwork, agility, shoulder, rotations, blocking, catching, slipping, turning. Those are skills. Every top fighter wishes to have that ability. The only thing is there are only a couple of people with that ability, and one of them just so happens to be Floyd Mayweather. He knows how to utilize every single craft and art that he's learned in the science of boxing, using his natural ability to think and his natural athleticism to put it all together. The second part of the breaking news is, as the show went to commercial, Skip was called by Stephen A. or relayed a message to Skip that Floyd Mayweather had told him verbatim, quote, "I will fight Manny in May after he has his shoulder surgery, or even September, to give him full recovery, because it's going down the second time they meet." That's why when I did my post, when they match up, I put Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather won, because I knew something would come out of this, that they would be able to match up again in the ring. And when you see them in the ring together, one thing you're going to note, people, that when they were in that square circle, you saw the match of this era. Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. No matter how you paint the picture, when they both are in the ring, it just looks right. It looks like the only fight that Floyd Mayweather should be in, and it looks like the only fight that Manny Pacquiao should be partaking in. So that's the great thing about this. Floyd has stepped up to the plate and said, "I did it one time, I can do it again." And Manny Pacquiao is saying, "I had that one time at you, but now I'm going to be fully recovered." And we can see how this thing looks when we are face to face in September possibly of 2016. People, the sport of boxing is looking absolutely amazing. And the fact of the matter is, what we got right now is a born and something that's birthing. And it is possibly an epic trilogy. But right now, it's at least going to be a rematch. My name is Eric Bradley. And I thank you guys for watching, because you're watching Master Boxing. And this is where we break the fight world down, baby. Round by round. Be sure to go out to the site www.masterboxingllc.com to stay updated on all this breaking news and a lot more of the yummy information on the sport of boxing. So